The story from the project, innocent black man. Let me be clear. Damn, man. The story from the project, innocent black man.
What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Small Account Challenge. Today is day number 122. As most of y'all know, yesterday we got smacked in the face. Like my mama said, when they smack you outside, you smack them back. And today we smacked them back, was able to pull out a green day, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how we pulled it off. And today, midday market recap. All right, y'all, let's go over the trades from this morning. Woo! We had a great day this morning. The market was kind of busy. We got into about 5 trades. Got to my desk a little bit late, so I didn't get a chance to see the first candle form, but I caught the next candle. All right, cool. Let's pull the charts up. The candle that starts the market, closes at 9:30, is a green candle, just breaks through a key level. The very next candle opens up 30, closes at 35. It's also a green candle. We got upper and lower wicks on that one, though, sitting between 2 key levels. I don't trust it because it got to break through a key level for me, get to an area of confluence, so I know I got some support there. On the very next candle, the one that opens up 35, closes at 40, I'm watching that bad boy. At 9:39, as it's about to close above the key level, I jump in. I'm liking this. It closes. On the very next candle, opens up 40, closes at 45. I add a contract at 9:41. So now we got 2 contracts. I'm liking this bad boy. It's stair stepping. I sell one contract at 9:43 and 1 second. Still going up. I sell the next contract at 9:43 and 37 seconds. And we get out with a nice green trade on that one. That was our first trade of the day. I like it. I like the start off green because I'm sitting in the driver's seat and saying that for the last 120 days. All right, cool, y'all. Let's head over to the next trade. This one I think we lost on. It's all right because we was green on the first one, so now we got a little bit of a cushion. This trade was at 9:44 to the downside. All right, cool. After I got out of that trade at 9:43, because I noticed, like, okay, cool, hit a little bit of resistance to me. But like I said, sometimes you gotta watch the stair step. But sometimes I try to predict things going a certain way and try to front run stuff, and sometimes it don't work out. So anyway, at 9:44, we jumped in before this candle closes. Closes at 9:45. I want this to the downside. On the very next trade, very next candle, the one that opens up 45, closes at 50. I do get some downward pressure, but it doesn't hold. It comes down to a key level and pop back up. I add at 9:46 on this candle, 9:46, hoping we can get it to go back down for us. It doesn't. It keeps going up. I add again at 9:49 before the candle closes, hoping the bids smack it back down, and they do not smack it back down. I noticed that it ain't gonna work this time, so I sell my position at 9:50. All contracts get out, take the loss before it get crazy, and we had to take a loss on that one. I hate that, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just get it wrong. If I was able to keep holding, 2 candles later, we do get a flush, but like I said, in this market, you just can't do that when you day trade, especially with theta going against you. You just can't hold hope and things gonna go in your favor because hope is not a strategy. All right, y'all. Let's get to the next trade. This one we won on. All right, cool. This one was at 9:52 to the downside. All right, cool. Here we go. The candle we jumped out of, the one we lost on, one that closes at 9:50, closes at 9:55. We jump back in that bad boy, 9:52 to the downside. I'm liking it. I'm liking that. It can't go back up. It's meeting some resistance or somebody's holding it down. I'm liking that bad boy. We added contract at 9:53, so now we got the 2 contracts. This bad boy closes at 9:55. I add another contract because I get the feeling that it's running into resistance. I can see it on the chart a little bit. I'm liking that. Okay, cool. On the very next candle, when it opens up at 55, closes at 10 o'clock, it starts flushing down. We got the 3 contracts. I'm liking this. I sell 2 of them at 9:59. The bad boy closes at 10 o'clock. We still got 1 left. It's still looking like I want to go down. I add a contract at 10 o'clock. On the very next candle at 10:05, it goes against us. I'm like, all right, cool, no worries. We add another contract at 10:06 and jump out all of our contracts at about 10:07, and we was green on that trade right there. I'm liking it. Got back some of the loss, so now we sitting kind of nicely. I'm like, cool. let's continue. All right, cool. This one is at 10.07 to the upside. All right, cool. Here we go. Now, this was the one that really gave us the profits for the day. Let me tell you what happened. Here we go. Let's pull the charts up. All right. The candle that opens up 10.05, closes at 10.10. We jumped into this bad boy. It's a heavy doji candle. When we got out of on the previous trade, I'm like, all right, cool. We added contract. Boom. Okay, cool. At 10.08, we add one contract. So now we got two contracts on that doji candle. We add another contract at 10.09. Why add so many contracts? Because that doji candle let me know that it's a candle of indecision, but we're trending downward because of that flush. 2 candles ago. I'm liking that. I'm like, all right, cool. It flushes down and we get out at 10.12 on the very next candle. I'm like, all right, cool. This is what I'm talking about. All right, cool. With the 3 contracts, let's do it. All right, so now we're sitting kind of pretty on the day, about $35 on the day. Now, do I stop trading? No, because I think we got one more trade in us. This one we get into at 10.14 to the downside. All right, here we go. The candle that opens up at 10.10 closes at 10.15. The one we got out of on the previous trade, I jump back into the downside because I like what I'm seeing here. I'm holding. All right, cool. It closes at 10.15. On the very next candle, we get a pop up. I add one contract at 10.17. And boy, y'all, this thing starts to flush. When I say flush, I mean flush heavy. With the 2 contracts, I put my order out. I remember I got in at 10.17.14. I was out 10.17.50 with all my contracts. Because with that kind of energy, I can't chance it coming back up. It flushed down and popped us out. And anyway, that's how we got in the day, y'all. You can see it there. Boom. That's what I like about the stock market. Like, some days you can have a bad day, and the very next day it can pretty much erase it because the market is like that. Anyway, we was able to pull it off. Also, I want to remind y'all, we are mustard seed traders. And what that simply means is that we're taking a small amount and we're going into a large amount, but we're not doing it off of will. We're doing it with determination and the faith to do it. Faith. That's what we got. Faith to see it, that we're going to take it to the other side. And that's how we're doing it. Because listen, we don't do this in our own power. You know who gives us the power to do this. God every day. God every day. That's what it is. We give thanks to God every day that he allows us to be able to trade like this. Like, some people don't have this skill. We have the skill. We can do it. You know what I mean? So anyway, y'all, much love to all of y'all. We'll be back at this tomorrow for day number 123. All right, y'all. Peace.